Good day, everyone, and welcome to Obedient Family TV. The program na Hope Alive. Yes, hope dey. Anywhere where you dey, make you know say hope dey. As we don dey go small, they enter new month, wey be December. We know say this very November wey dey, things go comot from FBI. Make we know whether na the redacted documents na dem go send, abi whether dem wan open up to Bola Tinubu files wey dem talk say dem go bring. So that one we dey still expect am in the next whether 48 hours. Make we know whether dem go drop as dem take promise. So we go bring am, dey show wetin and wetin Tinubu don commit for US. That one no be from us. Na US talk say dem get files, criminal files wey dey for there. And again, the things wey we wan carry come, we dey hear plenty things around Naija as tribunal wey be say court wey dey for Kogi State wey dey attend to their matter don already order INEC. Make INEC care make dem for open give the people wey be say they wan go court, make dem give them their electoral materials within 48 hours. So make INEC provide the materials. That one we wan bring and come for this hour. How? And we get plenty other things wey be say like our PO as in don waka enter the school, CKC where in go school, in don show us say in still dey interested with that very thing wey dey happen for the school as in they do their 90th anniversary. Now in waka enter the school plus all the other old boys, all the alumni. So all of them come gather. Make we see say in still dey for the school. As he visit the school, people dey happy and all that. People wey be say they no go school, we know say they no fit visit any school as they no go school. But the same constitution wey dem violate as no school don agree say in waka enter there. But anyway, all these ones they carry come. And even as with some people they talk say just yesterday na Obi students still see am for Naija in don waka enter for London, where we say in they give keynote speech for wetin dem they call them Commonwealth Trade and Investment Summit. That one they happen between today and tomorrow. And PO Day UK now they give all this thing. We go bring all of these things come. So make we note it. And people will be saying then they follow me. They do all this discussion. I get Angel for studio, I get Princess, and I get Esther. Plus our own UC Maxwell, where they Zoom, where go analyze all the legal issues where they come out from court, plus other things.
Good day, my well-meaning Nigerians, my lovely and intelligent, obedient worldwide. Welcome, there your neighbor say hope day, but not in our politicians or our leaders, but in God. Justice has left the courtrooms. Judiciary has been captured by the executive. Welcome on board. Let's discuss.
Yes, so good day, my well-meaning obedience. Greetings to you wherever you are. My people, is Hope Alive o'clock. The society we abuse today will have its revenge on our generations tomorrow. If we do not wake up and challenge this rascality of the judiciary and the INEC, we will have nothing left for our democracy. Anyway, we have lots and lots of more to discuss. Welcome and join us.
Greetings to all women Nigerians and fellow obedience worldwide. Welcome back to Hope Alive. Nigeria belongs to the people, and the power of the people will always be greater than those in power. And we need to realize this strength we have so that we could be able to uproot this deep-rooted corruption eating up this country, as Nadeko has already joined in the existing lawsuits to compel FBI to release the complete unredacted FBI files. Well, join us as we discuss.
Yeah, so as soon as they join us for Zoom, if they join us for our comment section, make una for give thumbs up and make una for like and share, make other people know say hope day. So as Princess don't start the issue of discussion on Nadeko na that very institute where we say then they for diaspora where then they deal with good governance. Now them be the people where then the para since talk say all Nigerians where we say then they across the world where they know they for Nigeria. Now then they ginger the people where they for Nigeria say better things suppose come out from there. So then get meeting where them finish that meeting, and everything where them talk there now how Nigeria go take better and how we go take open this government. All the bad things where we say they don't do way no suppose make them enter that seat in the first place. So all that thing, and including the FBI file as Princess take talk. So that very FBI file, then talk say them go join matter, just like Tinubu go join matter there. Then talk say them go join matter, and as then they join matter for court, then go compel FBI to bring the information where Tinubu name dey inside. Now then they call redacted, where we say the one where we say they never comot all the information. And I go start this very discussion with our own person where be Maxwell, because I shall say he joined that meeting that very day. And most of the things where they talk there, he will be saying sabi the law analytics. He go explain to us how our people wey dey for diaspora, how they want make we dey here, how we go take react when we go dey follow them since we don't become opposition. So Maxwell, as you dey join us for Zoom now, I want to make you for tell us that very meeting with Nadeko, how they want talk say, I hear say some Oyiboma say they go join that matter for US, make them compel FBI, make them bring all the whole files where we say, you know, they redacted, where they very open, where Tinubu name, they inside, and how we go there for this side, they do our own, for our own side here. I beg, make you help us explain that meeting small.
Those working at studio, well-meaning Nigerians, wherever you may be listening to me from. You see, the Nadeko meeting on X, or as people may still popularly call it, was between Nadeko, Wike X, their work, which they have been doing, and the trajectory that their works will be taking in the coming days as it relates to requesting for the entrenchment of a proper democracy and strict adherence to the provisions of the law. Tinubu to unravel the mystery that has beclouded the person of Bola Tinubu. Now, Nadeko decides about these issues. One of the things that they highlighted, which is very, very important, are those that relate to unraveling the case, the criminal case that is connected with Bola Tinubu. Now, Nadeko, as they tell us for that space, they tell us say they get so many works where they put on ground and say they no go stop. You know, for that space, so many people speak. We had an expert on international law and constitutional law who also spoke on that platform. And they told us that they are putting in work, that they are going to commence several suits between the United States. In fact, there was a revelation that was made there by one of the members of Nadeko who said that they are very much intimated and aware of how the United States is possibly blackmailing Nigerians with the person of Bola Tinubu because of the unclear status of his academic records, his background, his secondary, primary, and university records, and the criminal records that is with the FBI. So told us that they will put up several works on ground to ensure that, you know, say the documents, the FBI documents will be released, they be redact them. So make I explain to people, when they redact something, it means that they cover them. The places where get Bola Tinubu name, they cover them so that people don't go understand the major details and the content of that document. Now, waiting na they could they talk, be say they go make sure say the proper general public everything we connect to Bola Tinubu, and say they no go stop. Say they receive several threats from people, they receive several, you know, kickbacks from the government and several other people where they pay to try to intimidate them, but and say the presidential seat via due process. Say no be democratic means now you take get this seat, that they are ready to make sure that they unravel these things. Another thing that Nadeko tried to tell Nigerians is that it's not just about Nadeko themselves doing it, that it is also a call for all Nigerians to ensure that they drive this. In fact, they were even giving us timelines that in the coming weeks, that major areas in Nigeria requesting for answers to questions. Occupation of INEC, occupation of the National Assembly. By occupation, I mean having physical presence in all of these places to ensure that we get our country back from these criminal individuals, this criminal organization called the APC, that have held so tight on our commonwealth with their funds, with their evil funds. So NADECO is actually committed to this race, and it was beautiful to listen to them because they also linked up all of these things with what is happening in several African countries. So it is beautiful to know that we have other people like NADECO who are committed to unraveling this mysterious man in Aso Rock and ensuring that he leaves that seat. Because in the first instance, Bola Tinubu no attained presidency through legal means. He did not attain the presidency through democratic means. The law provides that anybody who should hold political power, political office, must do so in line with the provisions of the law. But we have Bola Tinubu who has clearly contravened several provisions. A man who has forfeited monies, a man who does not have any academic records, but yet he has somehow been made the selected president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. So NADECO is committed, from what they told us, to unraveling these issues and solving the mystery behind Bola Tinubu.
Things so we say the part number 6 where they for screen now. Now Nigerians in the US has resolved to form a political action committee. That is to encourage us to use their voting power against any administration that supports oppression of people. And finally, Ms. Peel tweeted that if you are happy with what is happening in Nigeria, do nothing and stay at home. But if you want your country back, you have to come out to join the massive protest to shut down Nigeria. That one now from Ms. Peels. And we get other people where they get reactions for this very NADECO meeting where they get, like Mr. Lloyd, where I say, there is hope if only the people rise up to their expectations. We are hoping for a better Nigeria while we keep our eyes on NADECO. We should learn to ask the political class a question that demand an answer. Now with that very one, make we dey comot from NADECO as our own UC Maxwell don explain it, give us. Make we enter to another one where Abuja. So Maxwell, I won't come to you again because you were there for Zoom. I know say network they help us now, make you for answer some of these things. Abuja Indigens, they protest. They don't even call WorldPress conference. Then they talk say they no want yes on Wike, former governor of Rivers State. Then talk say they put several allegations. They accuse them of several things we never even enter myself. And now that same Abuja where they talk, our own Supreme Court talk say they don't agree with wetin Samani and the gang talk, which means say Abuja na 37 states for Niger. I want to ask you, what will be the legal implication for the for getting them to do election to get their proper governor, make the thing they proper for constitution? Because now everywhere they plan to do protest or riot or something like they say they no vote for Wike, they no carry and come now. Bola Tinubu now appoint and come and they no want time. So I want to make you for explain, give us, given the fact or the legal implication as regards to Abuja being affirmed as the 37th state in Nigeria by the Supreme Court. Make you just help us unravel this very something as the thing take on. But maybe before we go there, make we for bring in the video where then they announce the thing and where then they accuse them and all those things. Then we'll come back so that you go now tell us what you think. We no go tell. Make we just hear from them first more.
Mr. Wike is not good for FCT ministrative and he should be assigned to another ministry. We have allegations that support that Mr. Wike has been awarding contract to his friends and family members, using public funds to finance his lifestyle. This is unacceptable behavior for any public official, let alone a minister of the federal government. Furthermore, we have reason to believe that Mr. Wike has been intimidating and harassing political opponents, stifling free speech and press freedom in the process. This is a clear violation of the fundamental human rights enshrined in relevant section of our Constitution. As concerned citizens, we cannot sit back and watch as our hard-earned resources paid to the FCT in various forms of taxes and levies are being mismanaged and wasted by corrupt officials like Wike. We call on the relevant anti-graft agencies to conduct a thorough investigation into these allegations. We also urge all residents of the FCT to join us in this fight against corruption. We must hold our public officials accountable and demand transparency and accountability in the management of public resources. We must ensure that our government institutions are working for the benefit of all citizens, not just a few selected people. Wike perfected the removal of the SCT administration from the Treasury Single Account, TSA, to have unfettered access to funds under the guise of paying these same contractors. This is very unfortunate. Consequently, we again call on President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to conduct a thorough investigation into these allegations and to take appropriate action against Wike if they are found to be true. We also call on all citizens to remain vigilant and to speak out whenever they see public officials abusing their power or engaging in corrupt activities. We believe that it is only by holding public officials accountable for their action that we can begin to restore the trust and confidence that citizens have in government institutions. We urge all Nigerians to join us in this effort and to work towards building a society that is based on transparency, accountability, and regard for the rule of law. These worrisome tendencies of Nyesom Wike as a minister of the FCT have, of course, been made possible and enabled by how he disregards administrative procedures. Chiefly,
Maxwell, you don't hear all the things we be say they don't list. We cannot be governor. They no fit impeach him. They no get House of Assembly we go even impeach him. They are stranded. They are running to Tinubu. Now Tinubu himself is the person that Wike rigged River State for that we know. How is it that he will sack Wike from that Abuja FCT? What do you think and what are the implications of the Supreme Court affirmation of Abuja as 37 states? Thank you.
You see, Mr. Kanu, it's unfortunate. When I was listening to that press conference, the only problem I had with the press conference is the fact that it was directed to Bola Tinubu. That is the only problem. I was happy when they called upon well-meaning Nigerians, well-meaning residents in the Federal Capital Territory, and other people who are interested in fighting against corruption and, you know, ensuring the proper entrenchment of democracy and rule of law in Nigeria. Like you have mentioned, we don't expect Bola Tinubu to do anything about Wike. Wike has successfully been rewarded with the FCT, the Federal Capital Territory, due to his participation in the monumental fraud and corruption that was prepared, carried out, seasoned and perfected in River State during the February 25th presidential election in Nigeria. So what we see him doing in the Federal Capital Territory is simply a reward a political party that is not in power, a member of the PDP. He has been appointed to ministerial office by the APC. This was only made possible because of his efforts to bring Bola Tinubu, of course, in a corrupt manner, to power. So we have seen severe mismanagement of funds, gross corruption, call it any name you want to call it, that has been done in the FCT. Wike has been given a few days to do the FCT however he wishes. He has engaged in several, whether I will call them unauthorized demolitions in the Federal Capital Territory. He has engaged in mismanagement of funds. We can hear the allegations. These are weighty allegations against Wike. Mismanagement of funds, making sure that the Treasury single account, that is the modus of remitting funds to the federal government, has been bypassed so that he can be able to access federal government funds as an individual and not even use them for the benefit of the Federal Capital Territory, but for his feet and for his affluent lives. These are the allegations against Wike. And like they are calling for a probe into him, into his office and his activities since he was made a minister of the Federal Capital Territory, I don't see any probe happening. I must be frank with you, Mr. Kanu. I don't see any probe happening. I'm not sure say Bola Tinubu go set up any panel to begin to investigate. These are two fraudulent men. These are two corrupt men whom their records speak for itself. So how does Bola Tinubu want to create a panel to be investigating a fellow fraudulent and corrupt person, a man who perfected the rigging system in an entire state? So these are the problems. As it relates to the Supreme Court and the Court of Appeal, the pronouncement that was made by all of the justices of the Court of Appeal, led by Haruna Samani, and those pronounced by all of the justices of the Supreme Court, led by Inyang Okoro, it is clear that they have rubbished the status of the Federal Capital Territory. We do not have local governments in FCT. What we have are area councils. We do not have local government chairmen. What we have are chairmen of these area councils. We do not have commissioners like as is enjoyed in the Federal Capital Territory. We do not have them in the Federal Capital Territory. So these clear violations of the provisions of the law. And the Court of Appeal and Supreme Court ensured that this affront of the laws was perfected. So it is clear that the rot and the fraud that is already in the system, that has been carried out by the executive, perfected by the legislature, and the judiciary is not ready. They are not ready to ensure that we have a smooth democratic process. Because how do you look at the FCT with its special status and what it represents in the Federal Republic of Nigeria and relate it to the status of a mere state in Abuja? And that is why we have now like he did. He now thinks that it is the same status that he has as a mere minister of the Federal Capital Territory, and he has arrogated powers to himself. He has made sure that he continues to, mess up the FCT. So these are the benefits. I won't call them benefits. These are the, the fruits that we are now reaping from the judgment of the Court of Appeal and the Supreme Court. And it's actually unfortunate. So I want to join them to call on well-meaning Nigerians. I cannot call on Bola Tinubu to do anything. He is not going to do anything. I guarantee you, you are not going to see any panel. You are not going to see any probing. There is no ombudsman. What I mean, there is no commission that is going to probe him. EFCC is not going to do anything. ICPC is not going to do anything. Name them. They're not going to do anything. There will be absolutely no investigation, because FCT has been gifted to Wike as a reward for the rigging of the elections in Rivers State. So I call on well-meaning Nigerians to come out and join these people, concerned citizens, join civil society organizations to demand good governance and the entrenchment in Nigeria and the FCT particularly.
Okay, Maxwell, thank you very much for that very one. Many things they happen for Nigeria and people know they react. They no say if they no react, say nothing go happen. Because our government don't already believe say nothing fit happen. So citizens know they fit do anything. Then go just sit down, go enter their house. After then go begin the lament, say hunger day for town. Okay, make I also ask you this question before you go, as we get small time now. Tribunals then can order INEC to provide the electoral material within 48 hours. We hear that kind thing during the time of Samani for presidential election petition tribunal. Then they order INEC to provide the things, but INEC no provide them. The same thing don't they go on for Imo State. The same thing they happen for Kogi. We dey hear say they happen also for Bayelsa off cycle. So the same thing that happened few months ago are continuously happening. People are not reacting and they're thinking that Nigeria is going to be better. I beg, help me explain this thing. But I hear say Kanu people don't they take the bull by the. So these Kanu people, I hear say even Miss Pills tweet say. They don't hit the street again. As you can see from the screen, he said, Ms. Peel said, I like how relentless Kano people are. They have hit the streets again today with all determination, protesting against the injustice meted on them by the court. There are no stopping these guys. They know what they want and are ready to fight for it. So Maxwell, please help us on this very one that is happening in Kogi, is happening in Kano, and is happening. We want to know, will INEC obey this court order to provide the materials that they use in declaring it? Or is it the same thing that they have been doing that they want to do and nobody will react? Please, before you go.
Mr. Kanu, it's not about nobody reacting. I think I will come to the issues of reactions. I want to speak directly to the attitude of the court. You see, when what was happening during the presidential election petition was going on, when it was in court, when that was happening, a lot of people kept quiet about it because they never realized the ripple effect that would have in our judiciary, the ripple effect that would have in our, in our electoral jurisprudence. And what we are now seeing now is that ripple effect. Because we cried foul play at that time, but nobody paid attention. That a court will give an order to the chairman of a commission or a commission to provide documents, to produce documents for litigants to use in court. And this commission will blatantly, violate these orders of the court. They refuse to provide documents. They refuse to come to court to explain the reasons for not providing the documents. And absolutely nothing happened. The court refused to punish anybody. The court refused to reprimand anybody. We have seen a judicial system that has legalized fraud. We have seen a judicial system that has legalized disobedience to court order. I told you, Mr. Kanu, the last time I was on the platform, about how Muhammadu Buhari violated over 50 court orders. And that is what we are seeing continue. That somebody like Mahmoud Yakubu, an ordinary man, will violate orders of the court and nothing is done about it. So when we now talk about the reactions of the people, I am happy that the people are reacting today. My people used to say that anytime that a man wake up is his morning. So it doesn't matter if you have gotten it wrong in time past. Anytime you decide to begin to get it right is your morning time. And it is good that we are seeing these things happening. And the fact that they are happening in Kano State, happening in Imo State, happening in Kogi State, tell you the level of the rot. The rot is nationwide, the rot is federal, and the rot is even at the state and local government levels. The rot is in the executive, the rot is in the legislature, and the rot is in the judiciary. But I want people to realize that the fight is not against their fellow citizens. It is not against their fellow hungry men on the street, but against these politicians who have sold their future and given them ash. It is against these legislative members who have decided to make laws and create lacunas in these laws for them to continue to subjugate the people. It is against these justices and judges of courts who have decided to pervert justice, even though clear provisions of the law state otherwise. So I am happy that we are seeing this. It's unfortunate that the court has found itself, or not found itself, because these are deliberate actions, both from the top hierarchy. We are talking about the Chief Justice of Nigeria in the person of Kayode Ariwola, who we have seen several times attended parties that are being organized by, politicians. We have seen him in bed with, several politicians, in bed. This is figurative. We've also seen that of the President of the Court of Appeal, Justice Monica, and how they've allowed the court to rot during their time. So it is left for the people to actually decide what they want and take back their country. If the courts, Mr. Kanu, let me say this categorically, that the justices of the courts must be very careful. We are seeing people who are ready to go the extra mile. I don't support violence in any way, but we've seen people who are ready to go the violent way against anybody who is going to pervert justice, against anybody who is going to steal their mandate from them. So they must be careful to give judgments in line with the provisions of the law, in line with extant electoral jurisprudence, and to ensure that equity, fairness, and justice prevails in our jurisprudence.
Okay, Maxwell, thank you very much. We get about 60 seconds on you. Only 60 seconds. What can you tell us about Samani being nominated for Supreme Court? Say within that election time, we hear say one of the bargains where they engage with APC and Tinubu them, saying for Samani to be nominated as Justice of the Supreme Court. Here say they don't nominate them by Federal Judicial Council or waiting be their name. What if you tell us with that within 1 minute?
Thank you very much for that question. Now, Mr. Kanu, you know that we already have a shortfall. We should have nothing less than at least 21 justices of the Supreme Court. And what we have at the Supreme Court today are only 9 justices, I think. So it is actually of importance that people are elevated to the Supreme Court. But the question is, why Justice Samani? So we are only seeing a reward system. It is the same thing I said about what's his name? About Wike, yes, on Wike. It is simply a reward system which only favors those who are ready to kowtow to the establishment, who are ready to give judgments in line with what the corrupt politicians want. We saw the kind of judgment he gave, a judgment that violated every principles of our electoral laws, a judgment that violated the very objectives which the new electoral law sought to cure, a judgment that even violated the extant provisions of the 1999 Constitution as it deals with the qualification and disqualification of candidates in elections. So it's a reward system. It's unfortunate. And Mr. Kanu, I want you to be aware that all of these justices who have given this evil judgment, who has given this rogue judgment, will be in this same judiciary for a long time. That's why you are seeing this promotion of Justice Samani to the Supreme Court, to only continue to replicate such rogue judgments in our court systems. A lot of them who have participated in this crime are going to be here till 2027, 2028, 2029. That is why I'm even afraid for those who are even talking about 2027 elections. We need to get it right. Now, it's a reward system for criminals and criminal enterprise in Nigeria.
Okay, Maxwell, thank you very much for your time and bringing out this your very audacious comments will be say pertain to everything where they go on for Nigeria. Thank you. Now make we come back for studio. Angel, we don't see say this tribunal thing will be say they happen for Kogi. INEC don't talk say they no go give the material where they take declare the thing, and the people of Kogi don't begin the shout say if you talk say na APC win, make you bring the material. The same thing will happen for 25 February. The thing will happen for the government. Now the same thing now still they happen, and it be like say people of Kogi no one take action, but at the year say they won't protest go INEC office where they for there. But I think say now for their headquarter Abuja they suppose go.
Yes, the issue be say judiciary has been captured by the executive. Now make they said go to court because they know say if they capture the main thing, which is presidential, which they stole our mandate, they know say they will easily get other states. Because even this Kogi self, they inconclusive that the way they do that election. So many local governments where they say na they inconclusive, they go do the election. All of it they call announce the APC man, say na him be winner. And he know say if INEC don't announce any other thing na go to court. I know waiting court to go do. They no go do anything because their baba they for Aso Rock. So you no go do anything. They even the thing where they even vex me be say they won't do Nigeria one party system. Now that thing they even vex me pass. Because Tinubu want to colobi all the states. Is it possible? Against
2027. But anyway, we understand it's not going to be possible or easy for them because they are going to fire, snatch for snatch and all of that. Now coming to you, Princess, let's start with some of the distance that were pointed out. Just like Angel have mentioned what is happening in Kogi. Now let's take a look from the angle of Kanu people who we see that are coming out vehemently. That is, they are coming for fire for fire. That is the Kanu people. They are not relenting at all. You understand? And in Kanu, we have seen that women are taking bull by the horn. It's actually women that are even doing more in Kanu State. What do you have to say about that?
Yes, like when I saw the things that happened in Kanu, I was elated because I was happy that such a thing is happening. There is a state that this kind of judgment will be made, and they will say no, that we are not accepting it. And they're actually taking actions towards it, not just saying we don't like it for mouth. They're actually taking actions towards it. And even when you think they have rested, like last week, they said, the next day they will continue again. They continue again. Hopefully, this thing will actually bring a positive result or a positive outcome from what has been going on. But at this point, the way things have been going in this country, I don't even know if something will come out from it. But I just hope that they become consistent, and then other well-meaning Nigerians will join with their voice and make sure that justice is served in that state. Because enough is enough in all the things they have been doing. Just like Angel said, they are trying so hard to make Nigeria a one-party state, and that will be the beginning of our doom in this country. And we cannot let that happen. Okay.
Esther, this thing, as you see, say, Kano people, they act. But when you look at that Kogi that we are talking about, Dino Melaye came out, spoke to on channels very well about the injustice that happened in Kogi State. And he went also to Arise, different platforms to say that things are going to happen if so things and so things were not put in place. Now, INEC is denying them the information, the declaration of the results, you understand me? Yes. The CTC copies of what they have done, and the fact that the whole thing was shrouded when they announced that very something on that very day. Recall, they said that they are going to take some local governments again. They were not going to announce it. Then they now announce it, and that is one of the things that happened. And it's also in Kogi election that we see that results are being written, you understand, as in Koro. Yes. And Dino went to national TV bringing the evidence. And currently, the question to you is, why is Dino not talking again? Why is he not taking action? Is he not supported by Kogi youths? That is the question.
Well, anyways, the thing we say, even if he's not supported, even if it's not really about Dino, it's about the people of Kogi State, the Kogai. That is the most important thing, because as far as I'm concerned, maybe he has made his money and everything, but it's about the suffering masses, the people of Kogi. Now, INEC under Yakubu Mahmood has turned to a very criminalized organization, a whole electoral body empire that's supposed to, in fact, give hope to the people. As a second judiciary, they now manipulate results, modify results, alter results. We saw what happened, that even the electoral officers came to the polling unit with already prepared result sheets, which is not meant to be. So the earlier the people of Kogi State stand up and challenge this corrupt system, the better for them, because if they keep quiet, a lot and lot is going to happen under their watch. So they need to stand up and take back their country the way the people of Kanu is battling it out right now.
Yeah, I think also coming back to Angel, that most Nigerians seems to have gone back into their own house. You understand me? Yeah. Like nothing has happened. Transport from Abuja to Lagos has gone like 3 times over. You understand me? Hardship has come into the country that's nowhere like before. You understand? So I really feel that Nigerians need to react to take back their country. What are your thoughts on this?
I think Nigerians, the issue is that some or most people are tired, in the sense that that force, that energy they gave PO and Tinubu and Co stole it, and with Yakubu Mahmood, the energy is no longer there, coupled with the hardship. Because if you check, even if they bribe you with 2,000 to come out, you check the transportation, it might be 3,000. And what can the person do? The person will just relax. Oh, make I just kukuma use the 2K.
So are you saying that Nigerians are actually content with the suffering, with the hardship?
They are not, just that they can't help themselves.
So it means that what Tinubu and the government have succeeded in them is that they have impoverished people to the extent that they can't react.
Exactly.
They have like taken away the feather.
Yes.
Just like I think I had Hitler did something like that. I mean, Stalin or Hitler. They said during the Cold War, he had his men. He was telling them that when you have a chicken and you remove all the whole feathers in the chicken, the chicken can't fly, and the chicken will be pleading for you to have mercy on him. Of course. So is that the kind of thing that Nigerians are experiencing?
Exactly. And Tinubu and Co are enjoying it. That's why even the so-called money they map out for poor masses, they couldn't even give them anything. They are busy sharing it, so that the executive, the national, even this National Assembly that Akpabio is heading will be even worse than the one Ahmed.
Well, viewers, so now don't hear our people. We no go there too much inside. All waiting we know be say we be the opposition, and as we be the opposition, we go there bring the things we be say they jail for inside this our country as it be so. We know suppose he don't they look. We supposed to they take action. People will be saying then they for different platforms make them they talk. Like we were there here. Now talk we go talk, but some people also go energize they talk, make it day into action. Because now action now go save us from this thing. Executive has taken over the judiciary completely. Anything you do, they will ask you to go to court, and that very court, na dem hold am. So, poor man does not have that very justice they are talking is for the poor man again. It is not. There is no poor man that can get justice from the courts in Nigeria. Not again. It is time for us to come together to do what? To take back our country. Well, we don't hear from Maxwell, we don't hear people in the house, we no go keep on that 2 tape. We get other things where we say we go talk, but time no day for us. So as time they give us signal make we carry our come off for studio. I go give Mike back to Angel, make sure for greet everybody, make we waka come off for studio.
Thank you so much, my lovely and intelligent, obedient worldwide. Maxwell, we appreciate you, we thank you. God bless you for coming online. My people, justice no day again for courtrooms. Executive don't capture everything. But let's hope that Nedeko go fulfill their promises. As they promise, say, they go do am. Make we believe, say, justice go come from that side. At least, if they ginger Joe Biden, I know say something go come out. with even the FBI something. Thank you so much. We hate una, we love una, but God loves you more. Bye for now.